What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. Last night was further proof as to why people don't watch pretend basketball. Last night was further proof as to why people do not respect the WNBA. And they damn sure don't respect the pretenders who participate in these painfully boring games. I'm not just talking about the offensive performance from Angel Reese last night. Keyword, offensive. That is the only kind of offense that Angel Reese is capable of performing. Offensive offense. But I'm not just talking about the self-proclaimed villain, which, by the way, I thought Angel Reese was dedicating this season to winning. I thought she was focused on carrying the Chicago bravado to the promised land of golden toilets and bathrooms with running water. Hey, y'all, it's me, Angel Reese. I'm dedicating this season to victory. I'm struggling to understand the end destination of this journey. I'm struggling to understand the winning that Angel Reese is talking about. Because 2 games into the season, the Chicago Bravado are losing by an average of 30 points. They're getting their ass kicked. The good news, though, for Angel Reese, no one saw the ass kicking in Chicago last night because very few people were there. With tickets being sold for as low as $8, Angel Reese still found a way to not sell out her home opener. In any other league, this would be described as huge embarrassing failure. In the WNBA, Angel Reese is still being described as a big star. Like I said, this wasn't the only embarrassment in the dump last night. Caitlin Clark was in Atlanta to play Bob Griner and the Masculine Dreamers, the team that misses free throws while dreaming of 5 o'clock shadows. Normally, the Dreamers play their pretend basketball games in a high school gym. When the gym is being utilized by the real basketball team at the school, the Dreamers have to rent the local YMCA. But with Caitlin Clark in town, the Dreamers had to move the game to an actual NBA arena. For most of these women in Atlanta, this was their first time playing in front of a sold-out crowd. For all the Dreamers, this was their first time playing in front of a crowd that required a comma in the attendance number. They're not used to seeing commas in attendance numbers or the numbers on their bank statement. With over 17,000 people in attendance, you would think the Atlanta Dreamers would seize the opportunity and promote pretend basketball. This was their opportunity to show Atlanta and the entire country watching at home what the WNBA is all about. Instead, the Atlanta Dreamers, with an assist from the WNBA front office, they reinforced why people hate this dump of a league. Normally at half court, teams will have their team logo on the floor. With the Atlanta Dreamers, this is the logo we normally see at half court. But last night, with the entire country watching, the WNBA decided to do something different, do something special. They decided to tell the good people of Atlanta and the normal people watching at home to put some respect on the WNBA. Last night, the WNBA demanded that you give, keyword, give. The WNBA demanded that you give them your respect. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you have a topic that you want me to cover, or if you want to contact me to say hello or tell me I'm an asshole for hating pretend basketball, shoot me an email, btlkc84@gmail.com. Before I eviscerate this dump of a league for demanding my respect, let's go ahead and get to the atrocity that took place in Chicago last night. My inside sources are telling me that there is a shortage of bricks in Chicago, people looking to build brick homes or lay bricks in their driveway, deacons at Woke United Methodist who purchase bricks in bulk for peaceful protesting. They can't find bricks anywhere. Lowe's out of stock, Home Depot out of stock, Rick's Bricks out of stock. Around 7 o'clock last night, contractors from around the city converged at the Wintrust Arena. They heard that frustrated Angel Reese bought all the bricks, and she was angrily throwing them at the backboard trying to shatter it. I know this is not going to be a popular statement with our pretend friends in the mainstream media, but Angel Reese is arguably the worst high-profile basketball player I have ever seen. I don't remember Angel Reese being this bad in college. But KC, she's not in college anymore. Angel Reese is now competing against the best athletes in the world. The best athletes in the world? The best athletes in the world. In most of these WNBA games, I see people on the court attempting to dribble. I see them aimlessly bumping into each other. What I don't see is professional athletes. If the Phoenix Masculines are playing the Minnesota Linkers, the only time I see an athlete on the court is when a random fan is invited on the court to win some doofus prize by making a half-court shot. Last night, the Chicago Bravado, they were playing the New York Lesbians. Now, all kidding aside, the dump in New York has some really good basketball players. Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart. When she's not focused on building the rainbow float for the Pride Parade, Natasha Cloud, she is a skilled player. With the dump in New York featuring players with actual skill, the Chicago Bravado were at a severe disadvantage, but that's okay. That's okay. The Bravado don't need skilled players throughout their roster. They have Angel Reese. According to the media, Angel Reese is the equivalent of Caitlin Clark. Prepare yourself to be mesmerized at the elite athleticism of Angel Reese. Watch this sequence for yourself.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with the...
Are you starting to understand why I make fun of this league? Are you starting to understand why the WNBA struggles to draw an audience based on the product on the court? Look. There are missed layups in the NBA. There are missed shots, bad plays. But in the NBA, missed layups are the exception, not the norm. Last night, Angel Reese played 27 minutes. I think there's only 40 minutes in a pretend basketball game, which is 40 minutes too many. But in 27 minutes, Angel Reese had 12 rebounds, with 8 coming on the offensive end. 8 offensive rebounds. Angel Reese went 0 for 8 from the field and scored 2 points. 2 points in 27 minutes. This is your star? This is who the mainstream media wants to be the face of the league? This is why I keep saying there is no on-court rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. In order to have a rivalry, it's got to be competitive. Both players need to be on the same level. At this rate, Angel Reese is going to be lucky to be a starter by the end of the season. Let's go ahead and get to the other atrocity from last night in Atlanta. People who spent hundreds of dollars for tickets to see Caitlin Clark last night, they were given an added bonus. They weren't just paying to see Caitlin Clark compete against the Atlanta Dreamers, they were also paying their hard-earned money to be lectured. According to the WNBA, it is not enough for you to spend money on their shitty product. It's not enough for you to sedate yourself by watching pretend basketball on television. Your money, your valuable time, that is not enough. The WNBA is now demanding that you give your respect to women's basketball. Watch for yourself. You know, this league can't get the hell out of its own way. That's why I keep saying the WNBA is not ready for prime time. They're not ready for mainstream exposure. Caitlin Clark is ready. Caitlin Clark can handle it, but the dump ain't ready. People are not going to respect the WNBA because they're demanding to be respected. Respect is not something that's given. It's got to be earned. And the truth is, overall, the WNBA has not earned respect. This league continues to focus on all the wrong things. You want to earn respect? Give us a quality product. The WNBA has the same problem they had 30 years ago. The game between the Chicago Bravado and the Dump in New York, that was a perfect illustration of the problem. There are some quality teams and quality players in the WNBA. When she is not begging for sympathy, A'ja Wilson, good player. Natasha Cloud, good player. But the problem is, good players in the WNBA are the exception. There is a lot of unwatchable basketball in this league and a lot of unlikable players. Instead of focusing on the quality of the product, the WNBA is focused on demanding respect. To make matters worse, they are rapidly expanding the league. They're adding dumps across the country. So they're taking an already watered down product and making it significantly worse. The WNBA and their pretend friends in the media, they want to guilt people into watching this league. They think the dump should be supported because women deserve to be supported. That's just not how it works in sports. That's not how it works in entertainment. I have been saying this for years. The WNBA is a league that built themselves on a foundation of sympathy. Eventually, sympathy runs out and you're expected to perform. People are not going to give you their valuable time because you think you belong to a marginalized group. People aren't going to give you their respect because you claim to be a victim. There are more eyes on the WNBA now than ever before, and the product is an absolute eyesore. It is a slog to watch these games. The reality is, the WNBA is not ready for prime time, but give me your thoughts on this. Angel Reese humiliates herself again. The WNBA demanding your respect. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.